Hello there. I am Sensei Victoria Whitfield, your business Reiki master, and it's my joy to help empathic entrepreneurs like you get and stay balanced and clear in mind, body, and business. Welcome back to another installment of your weekly love letter from the dojo here at naturalintuition.com and victoriawhitfield.com, my blog. These are your sources for channeled holistic stress management techniques and guidance for developing your natural intuition and your abundant business lifestyle. Whether you are looking to improve the quality of your personal or professional life, let this love letter be your reminder that you are not alone and that together we can make that happen. So this is week 2 of 4 of our series on discussing healing a loss of faith. And by the way, I want to be clear that when we're talking about a loss of faith, we're not talking about a particular set of beliefs that are indicative to a certain culture or religion or philosophy, etc., age range, so on and so forth. We're talking about a loss of faith in general. In particular, this week, we are talking about a loss of faith in yourself. We'll be covering other topics in the following weeks. But for those of you who may feel that this is about a particular religion, I tend to take an interfaith and open-hearted approach rather than looking at one specific set of beliefs in particular. So this is more about the framework of faith in general. I just wanted to take a moment to honor that for those of you who may be wondering. So with that, let's get to it. Let's talk about a loss of faith in yourself. Now, if this is the first video that you're seeing in this series, I highly recommend pausing and going back on my blog at victoriawhitfield.com to see part 1 and to really get grounded in this topic so that you can begin with our last exercise, which was connecting to nature, so that we can begin healing that loss of faith. But this week in particular, the guides are asking that we discuss a loss of faith in yourself. Now, maybe something didn't work out, right? Something that you were manifesting, or a goal that you've been working towards, or someone that you were interested in, or a project, a client that you were working on, a customer that you were really looking to convert from prospect, and they were a big account that you were really looking for. And for whatever reason in life and in business, sometimes things don't work out. And if you're having a loss of faith in yourself, your reaction to things not working out is to say, what's wrong with me? If that's you, I'm sending you so much love right now. If your first reaction to things not working out is to start beating up yourself, be kind to yourself, if only just for now, or as we say in Reiki, if only just for today, right? If only just for today, I will be kind to myself, my neighbor, and every living being. So rather than beating up on yourself and pointing at only yourself as the reason why things didn't work out, instead, my spirit guides are asking that you embrace this idea of synergy. This week in particular, to help rebalance a loss of faith in yourself, it's time for you to embrace this sense of synergy, to cultivate, to seek out, to research, embody, right? And bring into your life experience, bring into your business lifestyle a sense of synergy. Now, when we lose faith in ourselves, we begin to doubt, right? Doubt that we're worthy, doubt that we're smart enough, good enough, strong enough, so on, insert blank enough, right? When we lose faith in ourselves, this can really be an opportunity to get motivated. Now, for some of us, the way that we motivate ourselves is through self-punishment, right? Maybe that's what you learned from your parents, from your teachers, from your friends, from your lovers, from your coworkers, from your bosses, right? Maybe over time, that's how you learned to be effective, was, okay, I'm going to beat up on myself better than anybody else can, because otherwise I'm not going to get anything done. And again, if that is you, we are shining light on the wounds in this series in particular, so that light is a light of awareness, a light of love, and a light of healing presence. There's nothing wrong with you. Repeat after me. There is nothing wrong with me. Again, there is nothing wrong with me. Again, there is nothing wrong with me. Right? Deep breath in. The way that we begin to turn around a loss of faith in yourself. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you didn't know what you didn't know, right, about the situation, is to be an opening to synergy. Now, synergy means that there is a greater effect, right, a greater output, a greater amount of work being done because there is an agreement and cooperation of multiple parts. So let's whittle that down into, it's time for you to reach out. When you are feeling like you've lost faith in yourself, it's time to bring in someone or something that can help lift you up faith-wise. How do you feed your faith in feeling confident, in feeling competent, at least, right? How do you feed your faith? Is it going to a religious gathering space of whatever your religious faith is? Or is it reading personal growth and development books? Is it coming to a meditation class like here at the dojo? Is it attending a retreat like the retreats that I put on every quarter? Or is it going back and rereading all of the testimonials that you've received over the years from the clients and companies whose lives you've changed, right? Or is it going back and reading all of the love notes that you've received from your lover or from your children, right? Or is it going back and looking through pictures of yourself over the years and remembering all the wonderful things that you've experienced, that you've achieved, and that you've done? How do you create a sense of synergy? Because here's what happens when you bring in more resources, as one of my brilliant clients calls them. When you bring in more resources of love, positive affirmation, right, acknowledgement, significance, and all of these good, nourishing input sources about you, right? Remembering every time that you've ever been hugged or kissed or celebrated, right? When you bring in those elements, those memories, those people, right? Those become resources, and those multiple resources then begin to create a faith in you that is bigger than the faith that you could have created on your own. That is synergy. I get the chills as I say that to you. Did you catch that? Right? This is the reason why you bring others in. Not because you're dependent upon them, but because the faith that you create when you bring in multiple resources, right? When you bring in inspirational feminine or inspirational masculine archetypes, when you read biographies of people who've done it, or when you read reports of people saying how much you mean to them or how much you've done for their company, for their organization, that creates a faith in you that is larger than just your own. It's not dependent upon it, but the synergy of all those parts creates a greater effect, a more stable faith in you. So I'm hearing the oracle cards calling in the energy for this week in particular. We are continuing the journey with Healing with the Angels. Can you read that? Oracle cards deck of Doreen Virtue, the very first oracle cards deck she's ever made. So, angels, what do we need to know right now about restoring faith in ourselves and really engaging synergy this week as an exercise? Listening! Yeah. This is so good. Are you listening for all of the wonderful input of those around you from multiple resources upon infinite resources of how incredibly powerful, beautiful, loved, and valued you are? Card meaning you are in communication with your angels, and the messages that you are receiving are very real indeed. Trust them. This card is a validation from your angels that you are really hearing them. You have been receiving repetitive messages through your feelings, dreams, visions, inner voice, or knowingness. Are you listening and trusting these messages? Are you following them? If you get an inclination to call someone, go somewhere, or read something, it's important to follow this guidance. This is just what we were talking about. By drawing this card, your angels ask you to give all your doubts or worries about divine guidance over to them. Right? Know that you are truly communicating with heaven and enjoy the conversation. So here's where we're going to leave off for this week. Now that you have watched this video, and by the way, make sure you hit the share button for whoever needs to hear this message right now. Now that you have watched this video, your angels, aka your intuition, your higher self, right, your wise one, your wisdom, is going to begin reaching out to you and saying, here are ways to restore faith in yourself, no matter what you've done. Okay? Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself first so that you can move forward with this. But your wisdom is going to begin reaching out to you, and you have got to have ears that listen. If you are open to receive it, all of the resources that are ready and raring to be part of that synergistic faith in yourself are going to begin to emerge and get magnetized to you. It's the law of attraction, right? It will be magnetized to you because you are aware of it and you're calling it in. So if this was right on time, send me an email back at info@victoriawhitfield.com. Comment below. Let me know what's coming up for you hearing all of this. And by the way, make sure you subscribe on YouTube so that you get these love letters first every week. So I want you to know I'm sending you so much love. A big hug. And I'll see you next time.